Surrounded by the giants of the Alps lies the well-known sports and holiday resort Garmisch-Partenkirchen, originating from two Bavarian mountain villages. Usually the summer tourist season ends there by September. Visitors from various countries are leaving the beautiful town and its picturesque surroundings. The season, however, did not end in September this year, for Garmisch-Partenkirchen was selected as the scene of the 31st International Six-Day Motorcycle Trials. Again, it was demonstrated what an excellent reputation Czechoslovak machines enjoy. Czechoslovak mechanics assist 50 foreign riders to prepare their Yawas and Czezs. Tomorrow, motorists of the 18 European countries will engage in the hard struggle that will be followed with absorbing interest by the whole motorcycling world. But in the streets of Garmisch, even today, life is normal. Ancient Bavarian dresses and traditions meet as usual in interesting contrast with the modern town traffic. As always, towards evening, cows are returning from pasture through the streets of the town. They know the traffic regulations well by now. About 6 o'clock, the cows dominate for a while the roads and sidewalks. At that time, you never know whom you will meet round the corner. The last evening before the International opened was the same as any other in Garmisch. Gambling places and bars with their neon signs attract tourists. The local population prefer amusement at the inns with traditional Bavarian parties. Amusement is in full swing, but in a few hours, hundreds of motorcycle engines entered in the trials will roar through the streets. It is September the 17th, the day of the opening of the 31st International. In the International Trophy, the Germans will try to repeat last year's success. Usher and the other experienced British riders are also among the favourites. Czechoslovaks put their trust in Budil, Shedina, and the others of the Czechoslovak team. World-known firms in the accessories trade make use of the names of the individual day's runs for effective publicity. So today's run is called Castrol, tomorrow's Dunlop, then Continental, Vidal, Sundap, and the last, Bosch. Meanwhile, the great struggle is on. 310 competitors from 18 countries. The individual day's runs begin, as a rule, over good roads, but have a number of cleverly selected cross-country sections. One of the first serious obstacles is a several-mile-long section leading through the bed of the Isa River with many water splashes. Here at the ISA, the perfect organization of the members of the Czechoslovak Party has already created much admiration. Managers Moschner on one side and Červák on the other were responsible to a great extent for the accomplished riding of Czechoslovak competitors. Various defects due to riding over the most difficult terrain put 30 competitors out of the running in the course of the first day. Those remaining carry on the strenuous struggle. The weather favors the riders all the time, there being beautiful autumn days. What this section would look like after rain just doesn't bear thinking about. Only in some spots is there dense mist, making it difficult to find one's bearings. In the main contest for the international trophy, only the Czechoslovak Yawas and Czechs are now without penalty points. Only the Italians remain as serious rivals, for Germany, Britain, Sweden, Austria and the USSR have already got a great number of penalty points from the previous day's runs because of having riders retire from the competition. One of the most difficult sections of this year's international is the treacherous bog at Allenau. 3 of the riders are looking for a safe crossing for their machine. Strohe was not successful. Stelling of Britain fared even worse. He literally drowned his machine in the mud. Another British rider, Usher, has more luck. He crosses quite safely. Stelling's situation looks hopeless. Spectators would gladly help him, but they must not touch his machine. Meanwhile, Czechoslovak rider Putil is coming through. In Stelling's place, many would prefer to give up. He has been struggling there now for 40 minutes. But in the end, Stelling wins his duel with the mud. Organizers cover up the hole left by Stelling's machine, and here, on time, is another Czechoslovak rider, Polanka. A little further on, Swedish competitor Olsen is in great difficulties. All 23 Czechoslovak riders are continuing in the trial. At the end of the 5th day, the Czechoslovak trophy team is still the only one unpenalized. Czechoslovak riders are arriving at all the time checks on time. Only the Italians with 1 penalty point remain as serious rivals. Dallara got that point when he was a minute late on the 2nd day. The difference of 1 point is not much, and now the last day will see the final result. Sunny weather favors this year's international on the last day as well. Its course again leads through beautiful country, past mountains and great lakes, favorite spots of many tourists. As always, all competitors try to make up for the difficult terrain sections by riding fast on the excellent roads. Time schedules between individual checks were considerably short, and so the international 6 days trial looked at times more like a road race. Seconds gained in this way stood the riders in good stead, particularly in the rocky section at Kesselberg. Through the small tunnel is just passing Klimt of Czechoslovakia. now comes number 114. It is the British rider Stelling, whom we know from the muddy section. The last very dangerous obstacle, the climb to Ettal, is but a few miles from the finish. The Italian Benzoni is already exhausted. The Czechoslovak rider Polanka rides well. His good style was appreciated by the spectators. But Bulgarian competitor Kalkovsky had still to face a very hot moment for the last time. Now there are only 2 kilometers left to the finish, and soon the troubles will be over. Stjaska on his CZ masters the last hill. From the Ettal hill, the finish is not far away. In the little township of Ettal, with its ancient monastery, the strenuous struggles of the 6 days come to their end. Only the 1-hour speed test remains that will properly verify the speed of all participating machines. Members of the Czechoslovak trophy team finished unpenalized. All now in Ettal await the speed test and its results. Czechoslovak Čížek, like the journeyman carpenter from Hamburg in typical dress, and Norwegian students from distant Oslo. On the start near Ettal, 202 riders are ready. The other 111, that is a full third of the number which started, had to retire in the course of the 6 days. The Czechoslovak trophy team is taking the last test with deep concentration. It is held on a 4.5 miles triangular circuit with numerous corners and straights. The Italians still have the possibility of winning if any of the Czechoslovak trophy team machines should develop a fault. That's why the Czechoslovak riders go very carefully, but in spite of this, considerably faster than the set speed schedule. Manager of the Czechoslovak trophy team, Krivka, is satisfied and is signaling to them to reduce speed. The hard struggle goes on. Czechoslovak riders are riding with excellent tactics. The moment of well-deserved success is near. The wave of the flag means the end of the speed test and the end of the 31st International. The victory in this year's international 6-day trials was gained by the well-prepared Czechoslovak riders on Yawas and CZ. News of the great success of Czechoslovak riders will go all over the world. Czechoslovaks riding Yawa and CZ machines won the 31st International.